Let's wait till the thing happens, and then we'll talk. And then we'll chat. We'll have a little chat, guys. A little chat. A beast mode kind of bomb. Die here, side traffic. All right, I think that's good. I think that is good. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this live stream where today we're going to talk about how to know if your art is any good and which art of yours is the best and things of that nature. Because this question I get asked a lot. And so I figured instead of doing a video about it, let's just do a live stream. And then that way I could answer the questions. And then if you have follow-up questions, I could just answer those too. Also, I don't have time today to record a video and then edit a video. So we are going to just spend the next half hour talking about this. I just came from a members stream where I was talking about all the things I have to do over the next couple days that are completely freaking me out. And we were talking also about kind of decluttering your life and things of that nature, like getting rid of shit. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do today. I'm going to have to, and I might record that for a later video. Jeff, how do I know if my writing is good? That's exactly what we're going to talk about today, Jeff. You're back. You're front. Yes, I hear you. Yeah, I was going to record a video and post it, but I was going to have to edit the video, and I just didn't have the time to do that today. So I figured I would just do a live stream and answer questions as, like, we're talking about the stuff that we're talking about. Oh, okay. But yeah, so let me see. I'll wait a couple more minutes before I get into the meat and potatoes here. So if you have any questions while we're just hanging out, shooting the shizzle, leave them in the thing, and we'll hit those right now. Oh, and by the way, go pick up Mart on Amazon. My book about going crazy shopping at Walmart. I have to testify at a murder trial. I'm in super depression mode. At first I thought you were joking, but I think I remember you telling me about this. So, yeah, that's fucking horrendous. Ugh. Good luck to you, man. You got this. Good Lord, that's crazy. Come along, kapatid. Come along, kapatid. Oh, that is heavy as hell, dude. Okay, well, I don't know how to segue that into writing, except have you written about any of this stuff just out of curiosity? Like, I remember you were kind of working on something about that situation, but that's a lot. That's kind of heavy. I wrote one poem when it happened. Yeah. You can only do what you can do, man. You got this, dude. You got it. So yeah, so a recap for those of you who weren't in the member stream earlier. I'm selling my car today, and so I have to go do that. Your whole body is vibrating. I bet, dude. It's fucking nuts. I don't envy you, man, but you know, you can only do what you can do. That's rough, dude. That is rough. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get everything ready because if everything works out the way it's supposed to work out, by this time next week, I will be over the Pacific. So there are lots of little things that need to be sorted out. So we will figure it all out here. Wow. I'm worried about retribution, but I can't stop thinking about the poor kid and the family. Well, I'm sure you're not the only person who is going to be testifying. I mean, it was like a broad daylight thing around a ton of people. Like it's not like your testimony is the one thing that's going to put somebody away. Like, but I get you. I get you. Somebody make somebody big. Ba-dam, ba-dam, bam, ba-dam, ba-dam. Bing, bing, bing, bing, bing, bing, bing, bing. Like, have you been threatened or anything like that? Has anybody been threatened? Oh man. So if you're hanging out, go over and click the thumb and break it and give this a like because obviously this is likable. There's one other person testifying. It was at night. Oh, it was at night. No, I haven't been threatened. It's just on my mind because of my kids, which I totally understand. I get that. Are you at the courthouse right now? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay. You're just freaking out right now about it. Okay. Well, you got this, man. You got this. Okay. So writing. Let's switch gears here. A lot of this stuff I've said before. Okay. So, but I'm going to say it again because a lot of times, even myself, I have to hear stuff over and over and over again before it sinks in. Um, I met with the DA 2 days ago. They showed me a video of the shooting, which rushed it all back. I bet. I bet. Um, okay. So, my philosophy on our work, on our art, once you finish writing something, it doesn't belong to you anymore. Like, it belongs to you in the sense of like, this is my work, but it's not for you anymore. Like, when you are writing, that's when it is for you. That's when you are wrestling with your demons. That is when you're working out your own shit. That is when you have been inspired and are now like vomiting the inspiration out onto the page. Okay. once it's on the page, it's not for you anymore. It is to inspire other people. It is to touch other people. It is to move other people. Okay. So, right off the bat, your opinion of your own work doesn't fucking matter at all. You have nothing to say or do about the work you've created after it has been created. Okay. So, when somebody asks me, how do I know which poem of mine is my best poem? How do I know which painting of mine is my best painting? How do I know what song of mine is my best song? You don't, and you never will. You could like one the best, one can be your favorite, but you can never know which one is the best. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Deep in the Reads, what's up? It's a good reminder for me as I work on this drawing for an exhibition next month. There you go. Yeah. Like, you're just doing the thing. You're creating the shit. And then it's up to other people to like absorb it or not. And you have no control over that. Like, people are either going to love your work or not love your work or be completely indifferent. Indifferent's awful. Indifferent is the worst fucking thing in the world anybody could have to your art. Like, obviously, we want everyone to love our art, okay? But if they're not going to love it, we want them to hate it. We want them to despise it because that is a visceral fucking reaction, okay? And the best thing about visceral reactions is that usually when people have a visceral reaction, they can't keep their fucking mouth shut about it. And so they will run their liquor to everyone about it until the new shiny object goes by their face. So even if they're saying, I fucking hate this, how many times have you had some, like a friend of yours go, oh my God, I fucking hate this song so much, da da da da da. And you're like, oh, I want to listen to this song now. Or like, oh my God, I hate this show. It's awful. Well, I'm gonna watch the show now to see if it's really that bad. Okay. But if you were to ask someone, oh, what'd you think of that song? I don't know. I don't even remember it. That's the end of that conversation. No one will ever talk about that again. So, having art that people love is amazing. Having art that people hate is really fucking good. Okay. So back to you judging your own work. Okay. The question is, why do you want to judge your work so badly? Why do you care? Why do you have this need to judge your work? Why do you have this need to categorize and rate in order the things that you make? What is that for? So let's think about that. Let's get to the bottom of that because that's the real issue here. Why do you have this need to do that? So think of what that is and write those down. And then each time you write one of those things down, after it, write why. Why do I have that feeling? Write that one down. And then write why. Why do you have that feeling? And just keep going down and keep going down because eventually you're going to get to the root of this incessant fucking need to like judge your shit. Because eventually you're going to realize that it totally doesn't fucking matter. We create art because we are creators. We do not create art because we seek validation. If you create art because you seek validation, there are many easier ways to get validated. You can get a haircut. You can buy a new top. You can start an OnlyFans where you do dirty, dirty things. People will validate you all day long and also tear you down, but validate you all day long. Okay. There are many things that you can do to validate yourself, but art should not be a reason for you to seek validation, because more people will either dislike your stuff or be indifferent to your stuff than anything else. And so if like you're doing art because you're depression and you just want somebody to like give you a compliment, get ready to fucking be completely let down. Okay? Because that's what's going to happen. So, let me see. What else can I say up on this soapbox? If you guys have any questions about any of this, or if you want to go, I actually don't think that's true, leave that in the fucking word vomit area, and we will talk about it. The other thing is, when you ask others like what your best work is, you're setting yourself up for huge failures when you do this. One, because first off, you're seeking validation for whatever reason. And then most people, when they do this, they want to know because they're like, well, what kind of poems should I be writing? What kind of art pieces should I be making? What kind of songs should I be doing? Like, if I talk to this person and the only poems of mine they like are my love poems, does that mean I only write love poems from now on? What if, like, this person, when I ask them what their favorite pieces of mine are, they're just the charcoal drawings? Does that mean I have to stop using paint and just do charcoal now? Like, you start like setting up these weird questions that do not matter and create more bullshit than what there was before. And then you start second guessing everything that comes out of you, the creator. And again, the whole reason why we create anything, and again, this is like some metaphysical shit that a lot of people don't agree with, whatever. But like, we have like antenna and we get inspirations from out in the ether. Okay. And the inspirations we get are inspirations that we can do things with. Okay. We get struck and it's like, oh, I can do this with this. But if you're sitting there constantly going, okay, well, the love poems are the only ones that people seem to like, so I should only write love poems, you'll get an inspiration about something, and then you can't do anything about it because you've already decided in your head that the love poems are the only things that anyone gives a shit about. Okay? And you've totally made that up because only one person has told you that. But I don't know why people do this. Oh my God, this is a huge thing. Okay. Ask yourself this question. Ask these questions, okay? Somebody will say something like, well, it seems like people really only like my blank, okay? And then you say, what people? And they'll go, Caitlin. Okay, who else? Well, I don't know. I just remember Caitlin saying something about it, and it like stuck with me. Okay, so that's one person's opinion. So now you're going to change your entire creative output because one person said some comment that they don't even remember saying, but it has stuck with you this entire time. Caitlin, I know you didn't say anything. I was just using you as an example. Okay, so let's get into Chasey. I only judge my writing when I'm reading the writers who I admire. I read totally different stuff than what I write. Is reading supposed to influence writing? Yeah, like anything we do is okay. Here's something else to think about. If the things around you do not inspire you, you need new things around you. If the books you read don't inspire you, read different books. If the shows you watch don't inspire you to create something, watch different shows. If the people you interact with on a daily basis don't make you think and make you go, and just like kind of zone out and have your brain start moving, you need to hang out with other people. Every single thing on the planet. Let's go fucking Kurt Vonnegut here. Let's go Kilgore Trout. Let's go So Now It May Be Told. Okay? Out of Breakfast of Champions. The entire, and I'm saying this to you, whoever you are, I'm saying this directly to you right now. This is a message from me to you. Everything on the goddamn planet was created to inspire you to make art. If the things in your life do not inspire you to create, get new things. Because the whole reason why there's a world outside is just so you can make art. The whole outside world exists to give you ideas, to spark that fucking passion and love and desire to fucking make things. That's the whole reason why everything outside of you exists on this plane. Boom. That's it. Everyone else is a robot but you. I'm just kidding. That's the forget it. Okay. I actually think making creative stuff is great for depression, even when it's frustrating. Getting lost in that creative headspace helps with mental stuff, help a lot, at least for me. It does too, especially when you are like making visual art. Totally when you're making visual art. When you are writing poetry, sometimes it's good to get that shit out. But if you're caught in a constant loop, doing the whole thing over and over again might be excessive and might make things worse. If you're constantly writing about the things that are depressing you, as you're writing, you have to write your way out. Like the poetry you write through your depression should be a roadmap. It should be a way out of your depression. If your poetry is keeping you in your depression, you fucked up. You have to be able to, through your own writing, even if you're tricking yourself into getting out, you have to be able to write the way out, or else you will just be repeating that cycle forever. Caitlin says, just got here at Jeff. Biggest piece of advice for someone who was also up on the stand. Remember to breathe. Holy shit. Yeah. You know what's crazy? And I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from you two from going through that, but I think a lot of people forget to breathe. I forget to breathe all the fucking time. Like I'll be doing all sorts of other shit and I forget to breathe. When I'm working out, I forget to breathe. And that's the worst time to forget to breathe. Because it's like you have to breathe to get that shit out. Like get the toxins out as you're fucking exercising and working out. It's really weird. It's crazy. So guys, when you're creating art, remember to breathe. We'll do that too. We'll do that too. I know rhymes are only for a certain crowd, but I noticed that nothing rhymes with nothing. Only nothing rhymes with nothing. That's good. I'm digging it. Thing don't rhyme with nothing. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing. Thing. I don't know if that's how we're supposed to say that. Nothing. No thing. No thing. I don't know. Sounds legit. What other questions you guys got? Basically, at the end of the day, don't seek others' approval. Don't worry about what your best shit is because it's not for you to decide. It's for every individual person. And those individual people will all have different favorites. So it doesn't fucking matter. The only fucking thing we are supposed to do is fucking make shit. That's probably what my knuckle should have said. Instead of type hard, it should have just said make shit. I'll let you guys like get that tattoo. Wait, can't you just rhyme the second syllable of nothing with a lot of words? Yeah, if you're doing like what do you call all that shit? There's all sorts of different kinds of rhyming. But like what's that? What is it called when you just are rhyming the end syllable of a word? That's something. And wait, and then there's slant rhymes and shit, right? Or did we already go over that? I don't know if we did or not. What do you guys think about using slang and buzzwords? I love it, but it dates your shit. So, like, do it if you want, but just know that in 5 years or 10 years, somebody's going to read that and go, eeg, that's dated. But at the same time, I guess Shakespeare used a lot of slang, and then those words became kind of lexicon for a lot of shit. So maybe you can turn slang into something cool. Like cool. That was a slang term in the 50s. And now like people everywhere say it. And it doesn't seem weird. Chasey just said very cool advice. Thank you. So yeah. You could if your goal is to make slang your bitch and like bring it into the normal vernacular, then yeah, knock yourself out. But just know if you put like skibbity in a poem, in like a year and a half, people are going to think you're a nerd. Just saying. That's another thing I would say too. I would definitely stay the fuck away from Gen Alpha slang. I would probably use slang ironically from like 10 years ago or 5 years ago. That the problem with that is that unless people know that you wrote it presently, like this present day, as an ironic thing, like they're just going to think it's an old poem. So yeah, I don't know. Beast mode kind of bah. Da hillside traffic. Oh. Freaking out, guys. I'm totally 100% freaking out. Oh, kapatid. Oh, come along, kapatid. YOLO. Yeah. You only live 17 times, guys. So make sure at least 16 and 17 count. No, but honestly, that's some good advice, Caitlin. I don't know if you meant that as advice, but I'm going to take it as advice because I'm really scared right now about all the shit I got to do today. But you're right. I only live once. So, gut fuckers. Yep, that's my advice. Just gut fuckers, guys. If they get in your way, got them. And I got to get rid of these fucking totes. So that's something else I'm doing today. Actual advice that pertains to the courtroom, only answer with yes or no's unless you are specifically asked for information. Molly Collie, how big is the Peter Matt? Are you just trying to find out how big my dick is? Just fucking ask. Why you got to be all weird about it? It's super wide. It's not gonna rearrange your insides, but it's gonna split you in two. How's that? I'm very much an amateur, but it seems to me that every verse ought to have action in it. Verses shouldn't be passive. I think every line should have action in it. Like, um, if something isn't moving something to the next something, why the fuck is it there? Like, something should be happening at all times. Somebody give an example of a good passive line in the chat. Like if you could think of like a line, you're like, oh, that's a passive line, but that works. I liked that. Throw that down. Just for shits and giggles. See if we can make that happen. Oh, I got to go to a UPS store today too and drop off dem shoes, son. Drop off dem Chucks. I wonder what's around CarMax. I haven't been over there in a long time. It's kind of weird. I'm taking my car to the place where I bought my car. Like, what year was that? I don't know, like 10 years ago. It's kind of weird. And that's another thing too. I'm getting all kind of emotional selling my car. People like go through cars like every couple years. Like it's not a big deal. It's a fucking car. Get on with your shit. Do you guys got any other questions? Did I solve the world's problems today by telling you guys not to fucking worry about shit and then tell you how worried I am about shit? Oh my gosh. Walking fucking contradiction over here. Mr. fucking hypocritic. What a dick. This fucking guy. Bike rides are great for the soul. So are lady rides. Jim Morrison called a junkyard a car cemetery. Yeah, it checks out. I'm having to Google passive because my brain is broken. I hear ya. Like, it's amazing that I completed a sentence today. Like my brain checked out like 2 weeks ago. Like my brain's like going, I want to be on a beach drinking coconut. So if you're going to still be here dealing with all this shit, I'm out. See you later. And my brain left. Like I'm barely hanging on here, guys. Oh my God, if I'm sick, I'm going to murder people. Ugh. So mad. Everybody's sick. Ugh. I've written a whole book, and yet the word passive is beyond my brain's function. Dude, I'm right there with you. I've written a ton of stuff. Passive voice. I'm just like, whatever. Oh yeah, tell us about how your travel plans are coming along. Well, if you watch my other channel, Create Arrow, links down below. I've been posting like roughly daily moving travel plans and stuff like that. My wife is throwing a community barbecue and I'm meeting someone who is delivering a bouncy house, so I rode my bike to meet them. Oh, nice. If I were you, I would take my wife into the bouncy house. Screw all that other shit, dude. That's really good for the soul. So the plans, I'm leaving, like I'm supposed to be in a plane this time next week over the Pacific Ocean. And just trying to figure out what to do with these boxes full of my shit. I'm going to try to whittle it down tonight. my kid's coming back tomorrow to not finish moving in, but to get a lot more of her stuff in here. And then I don't know what else to say about it. It's been hell. But I've been getting a lot done, but I feel like my brain is not my own anymore. I feel like there are a bunch of things I do because I feel like I'm supposed to do those things, not because I'm like, oh, I need to go do this today or I want to go do this today. It's like next step on checklist of getting the fuck out of here, blah, blah, blah. And then I mindlessly go do something and then mindlessly come back. And like, I can't remember anything that transpired during that whole like venture out. So that's why I've been filming a lot of stuff, because I have no recollection of most of the stuff that's happening. I haven't received the beta copy of Seasons yet. I haven't. Maybe I'll try to send that out today. Let me know if you need my email address. I'll get it to you because I haven't access to my hundreds of. Yeah, whatever email address you want me to send it to, just send me an email. Just say this is it, because yeah, like I don't know. I guess I could just send it. I wanted to like kind of go through it and kind of check it like for spelling errors and shit like that, and then maybe take some poems out. But if I do that, like this is going to be months before I finish it. So I guess I should just send it out to you guys now, right? Should I send a PDF or an EPUB? What should I do? I'll send it out right now while we're on stream, just so I know you guys have it. Oh, yeah. Guys, do you guys want to come to a beautiful tropical island next year for a writing retreat for a week? If you do, let me know, because we are putting that together. Yes, but I can't. Okay, well, just say that you want to. That's all I care about. And then we will have you there in spirit. But if it works, I will keep doing things like this, and then maybe sometime you will be able to. I love getting poetry advice. I don't hear this stuff anywhere else. Well, I don't know if my advice is the best advice in the world. Like, I think there's, depending on what kind of poetry you like, I think there's a lot more people out there who are a lot smarter than me. Jeff Taylor, one of them. Fucking Adam is another one. Who else? Oh, listen to Slee Ricketts. If you haven't started listening to the Slee Ricketts podcast and you're into formal poetry, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get on that. And then probably Poetry Says with Alice Allen. That's great too. Give that a listen. And then I think you're pretty much set. If you listen to me and all of those people, like, you have every base covered with like what poetry can and cannot do. I want to be invited, but won't be able to go. I will always invite you places, Caitlin. So just always tell me you can't come. That's awesome. I get so motivated by your advice. Do you? I'm glad you do. That makes me feel good. It was funny. I was talking to this woman the other day who is a college teacher who was teaching kind of like a she basically, okay, she does other stuff too, but she was basically teaching art appreciation and then was going into teaching a bunch about poetry. And so she started asking me a bunch of questions, like what I think about iambic pentameter, what I think about assonance and consonants, and all this other shit. And like, she kept asking me these questions, and I'm like, all of this bores the fuck out of me. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, I don't give a shit about any of this stuff. I know a lot of people do. I'm not one of them. And I'm like, I could give you a list of people to talk to if you like really like want a wide berth of ideas about these things. I just don't fucking give a shit about any of that. All of that shit takes away from why anyone's writing anything in the first place. Like, I don't fucking care. Yeah, join the Anarchy crew. Woo! Or just like get in on that. Hit the join button. I need to renew my membership too. Oh, yes, everyone renew. Renew! That would be great. That would be great. We do morning coffee streams every day. Sometimes the morning coffee streams are at 7:00 at night because I had a busy day. But Monday through Friday, I've been trying to do a stream every day. And for the most part, I think I've done it. I think a couple times I ended up having to do them in the car while I was driving. But for the most part, yeah. And then again, those streams are going to be a lot more on the beach in the near future. So yeah. So hit the join button. Hit it. Okay, so I need to send the Seasons of the Muse beta book out to everybody. And then what I'm actually hoping on doing, I don't know why this is my plan, but since the flight is going to be like 17 hours and I'm going to have a layover for like 3 hours, I was thinking about putting together the Poetry is Bullshit book while I'm on the plane. So I'll have a beta copy of that for you guys here soon. Jeff likes your name. Oh my god, I'm so fucking exhausted already, and it's fucking 10 o'clock, and I haven't fucking done anything out of the house today. What am I tired for? What am I tired for? Just because I've only had 2 cups of coffee? Jesus H. Jesus H. Oh. Anyway. So yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, do you guys have any other questions? We could shoot the shit for a little bit longer if you want, and then I have to completely lose my mind. Get out of your mind. Get out of your mind. Bump, bump, get out of your mind. Get out of your mind. Oh. Oh my god. No way. Caitlin, that's fucking awesome. That gives me hope about today. That gives me hope. I have a feeling that things are going to be okay today. Everybody, if Caitlin can have that happen, so can you. There's hope. Oh my God. I need to get going now. I really enjoyed this live. Thanks. Do you guys want me to do more lives than videos? What do you guys think? I don't mind doing the lives. They're easier to do because it's less editing, and the editing is what takes forever whenever I do anything. Matt, who is your favorite ancient poet? Ancient. I used to like Homer when I was like a kid. Like, I'm trying to remember how old I was when I read the Iliad. The Iliad was awesome to me. Like that, to me, the Iliad was like, the Iliad was Game of Thrones for me. I don't know another way of saying that. That was like my jam. And because I was like a nerdy kid, I loved like the Ray Harryhausen like stop motion movies that I would see like on Channel 5 and Channel 9 on Saturday and Sunday afternoons. So like Jason and the Argonauts and Clash of the Titans and like Seven Voyages of Sinbad and all that shit. Like I loved all of that stuff. And since so much of that stuff kind of fell into Homer, like you know what I'm saying? I think when I was first getting into that kind of poetry, I was just totally drawn to that. But yeah, that's probably my answer. Are there some lines that just can't be written? No, everything can be written. I mean, if a line can't be written, it's because it's not a line. So it's just a thing. Just whatever you think can't be written, the second you write it, it's now written. So, like, can you write something and then have it like break a rule? Yeah. But I mean, I have a awkward relationship with form. So like asking me like what I think about stuff like that, I'm going to break some hearts. So I got to be careful. I prefer a mixture. Okay. I like the live streams. Dante's Inferno. Yeah. I love Rumi. Okay. Loved all those stop motion movies. I watched them on Saturdays too. Yeah. Like that was like, okay. I'm going to basically explain to you if I had no friends that day and no one could play and I was bored with my toys, a lot of times I would make my toys watch TV. I would go, watch this. You're going to learn something. God damn it. And that was like kind of what I would do. Like I always made He-Man watch MacGyver. So they would all learn how to get out of Skeletor's like evil clutches. And then like after, and I would always make Skeletor and all of his friends go do something else somewhere in the house. So they wouldn't know that He-Man and all the good guys were watching MacGyver. So then they would learn how to escape whatever thing Skeletor had. And then later, I would make Skeletor capture He-Man and all of his friends. And then He-Man and his friends, the masters of the universe, you know, would use what they learned on MacGyver to get out of the fucking situation. For fuck's sake, people. So there was that. But so basically Saturdays were like the Little Rascals or our gang. Then it would go Little Rascals, Three Stooges, and then Addams Family, Munsters, and then the movie, whatever the movie was, whether it was a Godzilla movie, an old monster movie, one of those stop motion movies, like that was like the Sunday matinee or whatever the hell it was called. And then you might get another movie, and then there would be like the news. And then when the news was on, you go and you like fuck off somewhere. And then there would be like a more recent movie that night. But that was like life when like there was no cable and there were only 3 channels, you know, like that's what life was. Yeah, dude. Bookish knows what's going on. He knows what I'm talking about. Boop, boop, boop, boop, boop, boop. Yeah. And when the biggest problem in our life was, God damn it, I thought Curly was going to be on. Who's Shemp? Like, what the fuck is this? When that was the biggest problem of your life, that's what the TV was like. I love that stuff too. I don't know if Ovid counts as ancient, but he's good too. I don't know either. When was Ovid writing? And then there was who does Bucks like? Horace and Catullus. Catullus was a big old pervert. And then who was the hot lesbian chick? Sappho. Yeah, she was doing all sorts of shit. Let's see. Are there really rules in writing? Yeah, I'm sure there are rules in writing, but there's rules in writing because somebody decided to make a rule. Like before that person made that rule didn't exist. So they were doing shit before that. And then somebody made a rule, and then, oh shit, well, we can't do that now. But like people were writing before that and nobody gave them shit. So who gives a fuck? Like rules are created by people who need to feel good about themselves and need to feel respected. So they're like, if I make this rule, people will look at me and go, oh, that's the guy that made that rule. But the whole thing is, no one will ever think that because nobody fucking cares. But in that person's head who made that rule, they all of a sudden think they're important. So who fucking cares? Do whatever you want. Gareth, what's up, dude? This will distress me after a stressful day. Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know if this is going to distress you. Like guaranteed. Like this might do the actual opposite. I'm barely hanging on by a thread right now. Like, yeah, I'm barely hanging on. And then just so you guys know, if you want to pick up the new ebook, chapbook, Mart, it's on Amazon now, link down below. And if you want to follow my new channel where I'm doing all of my moving stuff, my travel stuff, my food stuff, link to that is also down below. Give the reads. Ovid was writing during the reign of the First Roman Empire, so I think he counts as ancient. Cool. Okay, there you go. Totally agree about rules. Bunny, what's up? How are you doing? I read Ovid's Metamorphoses, but it was too complex for me. Plus, it was a prose translation, so it probably didn't help. Dude, all of those words you just said made my head hurt. Like, I'm tired. I want to go to sleep now. I want to take a nap. I want to take a nap now. Good God. That was a lot of stuff. Oh. Break the rules because you need to. Don't break the rules because someone else did. And don't break the rules in the same way or as somebody else that's just following a new rule. I agree with all of that. I'm going to put a caveat on here. Let me read it one more time just to make sure I have it correctly there. And Gareth, thank you. That makes me smile inside. That was kind of nice. Break the rules. Break the rules because you need to. Don't break the rules because someone else did. And don't break the rules in the same way as someone else. That's just following a new rule. Exactly. So here's the thing. My favorite way to break a rule is by breaking a rule because you weren't aware that the rule was there in the first place. And then that becomes something you just did because you were being creative. If you're sitting there breaking a rule because you consciously thought about a rule to break, then you're just breaking a rule to break a rule, and you're not really doing it because you're trying to create art. So that's always like my thing. And don't break rules because someone else did. That's a huge thing. Like, don't do shit just because I say to do shit. Okay, do shit because it feels right when you're doing shit. That's the whole thing. And this is why I hate when people are like, hey, can you critique my work? It's like, no. And they're like, well, why not? I'm like, because what the fuck am I going to say that's going to make you feel like you did something right or wrong? That's your art. Create your fucking art. Don't worry about what other people fucking say about it. And I feel like a lot of people, especially people who come from an academic background, they like are used to being judged by someone. Like that's how you get good grades. You do stuff and then you are judged. And then if you do stuff according to what the judge thinks is good, you will get good marks and maybe be the top person in your pig pen of people. Okay. But you're always looking for someone else's acceptance doing that. You're constantly trying to be validated. No one can validate you. How many times have you sought validation, got validation, and then sought validation again? Probably every fucking time. So what does that tell you? It tells you someone giving you validation does not mean shit because you're constantly looking for more validation. So who fucking cares? Just know you're awesome and do the shit. That's it. It's really, really easy. Like once you realize that nothing fucking matters, it's really easy to exist. Oh my God. Is that like pessimism? What is that? Wait, no, not pessimism. What did I just what would that be? What are the guys? Nihilism. Is that nihilism? Like what just happened right now? Somebody help me. If I break rules, it's because I'm not paying attention. Or what Matt just said. Yeah, me and Bunny are on the same wavelength. We like do shit all the time. Like I don't know if I said this or not. I didn't say it on this channel. I said it on the stream, or I said it on a member stream. So my kid and her boyfriend have been coming over, and I've been taking them around town, and they're moving their stuff into this apartment, and I'm moving my shit out or getting rid of it or whatever. And I've been in LA for so long now that my kid and her boyfriend were freaking out because I just like will be on the sidewalk and then I'm just like, I'm walking out into traffic now. And I just like walk into traffic like it's not a big deal. Cars either slow down or they stop or they go around me or I will let them go by. And I just like kind of meander through life like that. And then I'll be walking on the sidewalk and then I'm like, I'm going to turn through this parking lot, go through the parking lot, walk, cars have to stop, go around the whole thing. Other people are walking through the streets. Other people are walking through. It's just how life is here. But because my kid hasn't lived in LA since she was like, I think she was 9 when we left LA. She has no recollection of like that whole like LA mindset. Like we used to walk in the streets all the time. Like when, and that was another thing too, because we went by the train station, like where the subway is. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is the subway. Remember we used to take the subway everywhere? She's like, no. I'm like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah, I don't remember. I'm like, whenever we went to City Walk, whenever we went to Universal, whenever we went to Koreatown, like whenever we did any of the stuff, we were taking the train, the red line, the one that was right next to where we lived in North Hollywood. And she's like, I have no idea. She doesn't remember any of it. So that's wild to me that kids are weird. Like you would think kids would have a better memory of things than adults do. But there are so many things from my kid's childhood that she just does not remember. Like she remembers feelings, she remembers emotions, she remembers having fun at certain places, but she doesn't remember the actual events. And I guess that checks out because like when I think back to my childhood, I guess you think more of the feeling. Maybe this is your writing prompt for today, guys. When you're a child, your memories aren't so corrupted with like a series of events. Your feelings are, or your memories are just feelings. Like I remember feeling happy. I remember feeling sad. I remember feeling at peace. I remember laying down. The other day I was walking around and I think I wrote notes to write a poem about this, but I haven't written the poem yet. I smelt the water on a hot day on hot sidewalk coming out of a hot hose. And that smell just fucking immediately took me back to childhood. And all I wanted to do was to take my fucking shirt off and lay on the sidewalk because that was like one of my favorite things to do when I was a kid. Play with the hose, like hose off the hot driveway because it was going to burn me if I didn't. And then lay down, like get all wet, drink out of the rubber tasting hose, and then lay down on the hot cement that is wet, and me being wet, and lay there until it dries. And just that smell. Like, I know that really sounds like I really upped the game for what childhood is, but that smell, um, it's, I don't know. I guess that's the smell of not having worries. That's the smell of not adulting. Innocence. That's what that smell is. There you go. I'm not going to cry, guys. I'd say if you're proud of it, are the first step, and show it to someone you trust, then show it to the world, but not your penis. Wait, I'm so confused. So you never show your art to your penis? Is that what's happening right now? Wait a second. Where did this come from? I'd say if you're proud of it. Oh, show your art if you're proud of it to someone you trust, and then the world, but not your penis. Okay, so when the penis is the it, or not the it. The art is the it. Okay, got it. I know that smell and the taste of that water. Yeah, Bookish, dude, it's so funny. Me and Bookish, like, no, like we like grew up in the same like bubble or something. It's so weird. Did you ever hang out in Laurel Canyon? I heard a lot of cool stuff happened there 50 years ago. I've never like hung out in Laurel Canyon, but oh wait, Laurel Canyon. I take that back. I have hung out in Laurel Canyon. Yeah, that was cool. I was thinking of Topanga Canyon. Topanga Canyon also had a lot of really cool shit 50 years ago. And I think Topanga Canyon is still pretty cool. Laurel Canyon, I don't think is very cool anymore. Oh my God. I know exactly the smell you mean. I literally got that smell in my head as you described it. Yeah, if you know the smell, you know. If you know, guys. I did your favorite people tag recently. Thanks for making it. I need to do a tag. I haven't done a tag in forever. I don't think my penis has ever read one of my stories. Yet I have always been there for it. Yeah, man, these dicks doing whatever the fuck they want and just coming along for the ride. Jesus Christ. Oh, wait, we're doing videos on cancel culture and celebrity? Oh, shit. Is that what your favorite person's tag was? Dude, I've been so not in the YouTube world lately. I don't know if I told you guys this. I did a social media cleanse where for years I was doing I was watching a lot of news, and I don't want to get into this here. So if you guys start talking about this, we're going to change the subject, or I'm just going to end the stream. But I was on top of a lot of the things that were happening day to day in the world of politics. And it was just driving me crazy. It was making me a horrible person. It was making me very depressed. It was making me angry, and like I was arguing with people all the fucking time, you know? And it was stupid. And something happened a little while ago where I don't know how to say this without saying it, but when somebody's ear got grazed, I was like, I need to get off the internet. Like, I cannot be on the internet right now. Like, this is like, it's just going to get worse before it gets better. I can't participate. So all of the channels that I follow, all the news shows that I follow, like everything from like Majority Report to Damage Report to Young Turks to MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, the whole thing. Everything that I was getting information from, I muted all the channels. I unsubscribed. I said, don't recommend. And I have not heard any news. Every once in a while, someone will tell me something that's happening. And I'm like, oh, that sounds good. But really, nothing has changed. Like, I mean, things have changed and things are different than they were. But the day-to-day minutia of like who said what, who did what did like MTG do today, all that shit, like it doesn't matter. So like I've been much happier and getting a lot more done. I've been more productive. Like my mental health has changed dramatically. And it's just from not watching the news and not hearing news things. When I get like Instagram reels or something and it's something, I'm just like, I don't want to see shit like this anymore. If I go on Facebook and someday, I don't want to see this. Snooze this fucker for life. Like shit like that. And I'm feeling so much better. And I'm getting a lot done. I'm planning my life. I'm doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's what's going on. I had a reason to say all this stuff, and now I can't remember what it was. No, my tag was done a while ago, but I did two videos about all of that this week. I had some trolls. It's been interesting. Oh yeah, trolls. They live under bridges. When you walk by, you're supposed to say "tabby tabby po," and then piss in their mouth, and then it's okay. Or maybe not in that order. Maybe reverse order. But yeah. Yeah, I'll check stuff out, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been watching any YouTube. I've been spending a lot of time watching like my new channel, the Create Our Arrow channel. I had an Instagram for it and it got suspended. And so is there a gift for that? Yeah, let's make it right now. Oh shit. That's fucking hysterical. Oh, but yeah, so the only content I've been consuming lately is content that I know is going to inspire me. So, and then this is another thing that's kind of weird. I've like the majority of stuff I've been listening to has been gentle waves on a shore and underwater sounds. So like the sound you hear when you're snorkeling. Like I've been listening to that. I've been the only like shows and music I've been listening to are in Tagalog since I'm learning Tagalog and I'm trying to immerse myself in the language. So that's been cool. I've been watching a lot of there's this show called Pinas Sarap. Not penis, Pinas Sarap, which means delicious ladies. But like they go to all these different places in the Philippines and learn to like catch food like a local in that area and what the big food from that area is, and then they'll have like a like top chef from that area come and cook the food with them and then they eat it. So it's like I'm learning a lot about the different areas in the Philippines, but I'm also learning about the culture through that and like what food that place is known for. So it's been really cool. And since they don't have subtitles for it, I'm like having to force myself to learn like the words they're saying. So the Tagalog's been really cool with that. And then I've been listening to a ton of Filipino hip hop, like a ton. If you guys don't know, Flo G is the shit. just going to come out and say it. He's amazing. If you're into hip hop, but yeah. So I don't know. Like, there's this other song called Moon that I really like a lot. That's one of my jams right now. It's funny because it has a Jimmy Stewart sound clip at the beginning from It's a Wonderful Life, which is really bizarre. Like you listen to Filipino hip hop, Tagalog hip hop, and you're greeted with Jimmy Stewart. Oh my God. Oh, Mary, oh, Mary, Clarence, oh, all that shit. But yeah, so it's a cool song. It's like Sakapunta to the moon, road trip, vroom vroom, skirt skirt, zoom zoom, south fake, no room, magamanta, namamula, asangang trees, nananaboba, bawalantu sa pike sa buhakan isikajan, ike bumaba. Yeah, see, I'm learning Tagalog, guys. And then I'm learning some Bisaya too, because there's another rapper named Cookies, who's a Bisayan rapper that I like a lot. How's that one song go? Bisaya Nadako. We paki we mabaot. Oh yeah, you know what? I think I even have it up here. Oh yeah. Basaya nadako we paki we magbaot nano tabis kai kako anamo ke kai got kangdako. Shit. Oh, good times. Oh, and then igalaw moleng. Mula alo hanggang paabalik sa balakang igalaw moleng. Yeah. So I'm just singing all these songs, guys. And the Salamin, or no, not Salamin, because there's a Salamin song. That's not the one I'm talking about. I was talking about Samalamig. Yeah. So it's just like I'm spending a lot of time learning language from learning songs. So that's been a lot of fun. Beast mode kind of ba dahil sa traffic. Oh, I need some coffee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go make a cup of coffee, but I'm going to leave this on because people tell me I need to leave my streams on when I walk away. So I'm going to walk away. If you guys are still here when I come back, we'll keep talking. If not, I'll talk to you later. Leave comments for me to read when I get back, and I'll answer questions or talk about shit. What a fucking shit show my house is in right now. Oh my God, pineapple. Smiley big, smiley big. I've had enough coffee today. Now time for Red Bull. Dude, I've had enough coffee today. Now it's time for fucking Buco. And see, this is what's funny. I've had enough coffee today. It's time for Starbucks. Like, Starbucks isn't even coffee to me anymore. That's like crack. So it's like I have my coffee at home and then I go to Starbucks and get a fucking Americano. It's so stupid. Okay. Okay, so nearest Starbucks is over an hour. Okay, there's like 4 Starbucks. I could throw a rock off my roof and hit a Starbucks in any direction. Matt, you've interrupted me watching Deep in the Reeds. Oh no, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Well, here's the new tag, guys. The new tag that you guys are gonna do now is it's not like a series of things. It's just one thing. What is your favorite smell from childhood that takes you right back? Like, what is the trigger? Like, if you smell this thing, you are transported, you are teleported back to childhood. Because to me, it's jacaranda trees when they bloom, and it is that smell about the sidewalk on the summer day and the hot concrete, the hot, wet concrete, where you could see the steam coming off the concrete, and then the hose, and you're drinking that nasty fucking water, and you know you shouldn't be drinking it, but you're doing it anyway because you're thirsty. You know what else gets me? High humidity. When here's the thing, and like some of you, Bookish is going to know exactly what I'm talking about right now. When you, like me, being someone who's not in humid weather, come out of an airport and those sliders open, the sliding glass doors open, and that humidity fucking hits you, the smell from that humidity, that takes me back to childhood. Total fucking, like, I can, and then I remember one time, I don't know why this happened. It was the weirdest thing. So in California, like there's like Southern California, there's not humidity like there is like in the South, like in like Texas through Florida. Like you don't get it like it is there. But I have family in Florida. And so for a long time during the summers, we would go to Florida. And then I remember, I can't remember how old I was, but we walked into the Ralph's grocery store on the corner of Ball and Valley View. I was still a kid, but the doors open and we walked through into the store, and inside the store, the hit and the smell of that humidity was inside the store. And I don't know why the inside of a grocery store was humid like it was when you come out of an airport, not understanding humidity, and then you walk into like San Antonio and it's like, oh, you bitch, take it. Like it's so weird. It's bizarre. Was that Arabic I heard? No, the only Arabic I know is Marhaba Ismi, Matt, Men, Los Angeles, California. I think that's Arabic. And then I do know shit. It's not ihi in Turkish. What is it? İyi means good, right? In Turkish. I don't know. I had a Turkish Lyft driver that I thought was hitting on me, and I thought she was like trying to get me to take her out to dinner. And so like the stud that I am, I immediately got on my Google Translate and tried starting talking to her in Turkish off of Google Translate. And at the end of it, like I didn't know if we were getting married, if she was going to take me somewhere else, or if she was trying to just get me the fuck out of her car. It was bizarre. I like that. Similar to those questions inside the actor's studio. Do you remember that show? Yeah, with that fucking weird guy. What was his fucking name? The guy whose face I wanted to peel like an apple with the bad mustache. Wasn't he on a couple episodes of Arrested Development? Wasn't he the prison warden? What was that show called? Or what was that actor called? Super nostalgia smells are Crayola scented markers. Coppertone sunscreen. Oh, don't even get me started on Coppertone sunscreen, dude. And wet concrete on a hot day too. Also my grandparents' condo. Yeah. Okay. Coppertone sunscreen. Totally. Here's the thing that's funny. Like seeing the word Coppertone typed out doesn't even look like a real word. Like Coppertone, that's not what Coppertone looks like. Coppertone looks like it's on the side of a bottle. God damn it. And I bet if someone typed out Hawaiian Tropic right now, I would be like, I don't, that doesn't look right. If it's not on the side of a bottle with a palm tree on it, I don't know what the fuck that is. It's like Kahlua. Like, you know what Kahlua looks like on the side of a bottle. If someone were to type out Kahlua, it wouldn't look right. Yeah, but I think if attractive women had a smell, like if there was a smell that you could bottle and say, this is a beautiful woman. Like before you would even open it, I would go, oh, it's Hawaiian Tropic. And it's like the middle of July. Yeah. It's oil. It's suntan oil, not lotion, oil. And there might be a hint of chlorine or salt water, but it's Hawaiian Tropic oil. That's what hot girl smells like. Favorite smell, worst smell, favorite sound, etc. Maybe we should do a sense tag. Must be an old tag. Like, look on YouTube, like do the search and see if it pops up. I bet something like that's going to pop up. The smell that old books give off. Oh, dude, like old book smell, that's just like everything's fine. Like, fuck off. That's what that smell is for me. Like, I feel like that's get away. That's weird. That's a very isolating smell for me, but very comforting at the same time. The humidity in New Orleans was such relief after the suffocating humidity of the UK. Really? The humidity is worse in the UK than it is in New Orleans? Are you fucking joking? I had no idea. Every damn time I step from a plane onto the jetway, when we landed in Houston, I walk through that funk. I think it takes that for me to notice the humid smell since I live in it. Yeah, that's the thing. And like, I know I'm going to be in a very humid place and I'm hoping I hit that smell, but I'm also hoping that it doesn't become, I don't want to become used to it. Like, I love the fact that that's a thing. I don't want that to be every day for me though. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. I used to know a little Arabic. What was his name? I'm just fucking with you. If I type favorite, does that look like a real word? No, because you have a U in it, you weirdo. Summer smells, that take me back. Honeysuckle, cantaloupe, creek mud, bass, and catfish. Oh my gosh. Do you noodle, Brian? Nope, not joking. Every time I go abroad, I enjoy the heat more. I like the heat, but my God, it's so much better elsewhere. Oh, I bet, dude. Hey, you take care, bro. Come back anytime, Zap. Even Rome wasn't as stifling. Oh, is that when you were going to like Majorca and Ibiza, and you were partying? And you were doing all of the fun dances all night. What was that song that played whenever you went to those places? So you think you're better off alone? Yeah. Talk to me. Talk to me. Yeah, that's what plays when you're in Ibiza. Boop. Boop, boop, boop, boop. Family holiday meeting wife's relatives. What? Nope, I don't noodle. I've been finned too many times and it hurts like a mother effer. When a smallish catfish get you, I have no desire to tangle with big ones in the water. Dude, I was for not a long time, but there was a good period of time where I was following a channel that was just this chick who noodled for catfish. And like she was this little tiny chick and she would just like be like neck deep in the water and she would pull out a fish the size of her every time. And I mean her hands looked like she like was intimate with a blender most of the time, but yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Oh my god, that Talk to Me is from Here Comes the Rain Again by the Eurythmics. Yeah. Who does that song? We always talk about it. Yeah, the Eurythmics, dude. I love that. DJ Alice or Alice DJ does the song that I'm doing the thing for. Like lovers do. Something, emotion. Wow. That's some shit right there, dude. If you guys Aha, sun always shines. I don't know that. What is that? What am I doing? Because doesn't the Eurythmics one? It's like, oh yeah, he has it right there. Here comes the rain again. Yeah. And when you said aha, I thought you meant Take on Me, and I'm like, what? What's happening right now? I think we're all like completely fucked right now, and our brains are doing different songs as we go. I was trying to do the originally that Alice DJ Better Off Alone. So you think you're better off alone? That one. I've done Here Comes the Rain Again live. It's a fun song to sing if you add harmonies. Everything's fun if you add harmonies to it. It just makes everything like awesome. When I was doing Creeperson, if you listen to the first, especially the first two Creeperson albums, almost every song on those albums have sing-along parts or like chants because that was what was fun about playing shows, like getting the crowd to do stuff with you. Harmonies are fun with the guys in the band, but getting chants going, that's what playing live's all about. Like everybody has to be involved and it's a fucking shit show. We would have props and we would throw props out into the crowd and throw toilet paper out into the crowd, like rolls of toilet paper. And then because we used to have dancers too, and then we had a situation with glow sticks and our dancers, so we had to stop both. So that was kind of not the funnest thing in the world. I was kind of bummed out about that actually. I'm rehearsing tonight with 4 other singers for a weekend festival. Oh my god, that's awesome. Dude, you're killing it, man. Killing it. Here comes the rain again. God, that's going to be fucking in my head all day now. Okay, I have to go sell my car today, son. Shit. Got to get everything out of my car, and then I have to go through all these totes and try to simplify and go, like, I'm going to get rid of a ton of shit. I'm going to do a lot of trash throwing today because I can't get into my kitchen that way, and I'm having a hard time getting into my bathroom that way. And I also have to get into that closet. I have to set up going to the travel clinic for my shots. I have to make sure tomorrow everything's ready for me to take my kid to the AT&T store and do all that shit. And tonight, hopefully, because of all this stuff, I'm going to buy my plane ticket. I'm going to buy my GoPro, and I'm going to book my first place that I'm going to be staying at when I land in Manila. Maybe I'll even get the condo in BGC while I'm doing that. I don't know. Okay, so I'm losing my mind now, and I just got scared again. So I need to go smell some humidity and some hot concrete and some hose, some hot hose, guys. I need to go outside and look for some hot hose. Not like the chick who was like trying to fight me on the street the other night. That was weird. But some hot rubber hose. Yeah, if you guys want me to do a tag video of some kind, just tag me in it, and I'll check and look for it. That'd be fun. I would love to do something. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I gotta do this. Type hard. Go pick up Mart. It's on Amazon now with my other poetry books. If you are in the crew, I'm gonna be sending you the Seasons of the Muse beta copy for you guys to read and tell me what you are indifferent about. That's all I care about on that. And then, yeah, I guess that's it, right? Is there anything else I was supposed to do? Shit, I already forgot. I think they make them out of late now. Out of latte? Late. I think they make them out of late now. Oh, latex. I think they make them out of latex now, not rubber. And then there's like some weird like metal mesh or something in that latex too, right? It's like a weird, I don't know. It's like one of those finger traps, but it's a hose. All right, yeah, I got to go find something like that to stick in my nose. Okay, guys, Season of the Muse, it's coming for you. It's coming. I was talking about the other hose. Oh, you were talking about the chicks that walk down my street? Man, Bookish is fucking dirty, dude. I'm just kidding. Oh, now Nikki shows up. Nikki, I'm only going to stay here for 3 more minutes with you, okay? Never mind. Oh, Bookish is like, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. No. I came in this combo way too late. Okay, so here's the thing. So there was this woman who pulled a mattress up the hill right here and kind of parked it across the street. And she's been getting high as fuck and like taking her clothes off and just like laying on this mattress. And then the mattress ends up, for whatever reason, coming off the sidewalk and going into the street. And she's just like naked, high, spread eagle, the whole thing. And she has like giant fake chesticles. And so she's like laying on her back, but these things are like pointing straight up. And she gets, I don't know who the fuck she's getting into fights with, but like, I don't know how this is happening, but like, she's getting all fucked up. And like, there'll be like, so she'll wake up and there'll be like dry blood all down her face or something. And then she'll get up and then put her clothes on and try to get all like normal looking, but like, it'll always be like a shirt half on, like her pants aren't buttoned or something. And like one boot and then one like slipper or something, but she's like kind of done and she'll like try to do her hair. And then you're like, oh, like, she's like done with this. She's like going to go on with her life and like leave this mattress and go about her business. And she'll be like walking and you think everything's fine. And then she just starts swinging her fist and she's like, motherfucker, motherfucker. And she just like swings and like, it's just like constantly going. And this one time I was coming up the hill and she was walking down and I'm like, oh shit. And where we were both heading was this one park that's totally overgrown and like the sidewalk's all broken and shit. And I'm like, I am not going to fucking like walk that path with her. Like, I'm not going to do this. So I waited at the bottom for her to go by. And she was like doing the whole thing, like swinging at me and swinging at me and swinging at me and calling me a motherfucker. And she finally got close enough for me to just like talk normally. And I'm like, are you doing okay? You done? Everything all right? And she's like, yeah, fucking, yeah, it's fine. And I'm like, all right, well, you take care. And then she like walked by and I like went. But it was like, I don't know if she was expecting me to like want to have an argument with her or whatever. But I was just like, are you okay? Is everything okay? You done? Okay. And then she was like, it like totally put out her fire and she was all annoyed. But she's like she sounds like the new Muse. Yeah. No. But like, I'm sure I'll get a poem out of it just because like she's absolutely out of control. Like the shit she pulls in the neighborhood, like everyone's like terrified. Like nobody walks up and down that part of the street anymore. Everyone walks around this way or up that way because she will just try to find a fight with you. No wonder you're fleeing the country. No, seriously, that's the kind of shit that makes me want to stay. I'm leaving for every other fucking dumbass thing that happens. Yeah. And I'm not fleeing the country. I'm running to a better one. I mean, not a better country, but just a better place, a better beach with many, many coconuts and mangoes. Oh my God. I'm so close to that fucking water right now. Okay, I gotta keep just going. I gotta keep going. Go! I gotta just keep going. I gotta keep going, guys. All right. Maybe I will. Oh, I gotta return my shoes. And then go sell my car. That's the plan for today. Okay, I'll see you guys later, okay? We got this. We got this. Bye! If I can figure out how to turn this off.